Hey guys, welcome back. So in our last video we have seen what are accordions and what are toggles, right? So now let's move on to the next widget called as social icons. So what is this? If you are creating this website, definitely you have this business or a blog, right? And of course you'll be having social media presence. And if you have social media presence, then definitely all the visitors that come to your site, you want them to go to your social media and follow your social media handles as well, right? So in that case you might have to link it on your website. Tell your visitors that you are also present in all these social media handles, in all these social media platforms, right? Like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And for that, Elementor has given you this widget called as social icons. You can easily drag and drop these icons and add link to your social media accounts. How to do that? Let's see. Before that, let me just select this section and click on duplicate, and here select this and delete this one. Here we'll add social media icons, but before that let me change the heading. Select this heading and then change it to social icons, and the number of this widget is 13th. So well, okay, now let's go back to our all widgets here, and then under general scroll down to social icons. Select this widget and drag and drop it here. See, as you can see, we already have these icons over here, and on the left hand side we have these icons list. What if you want more elements like this? If you are present in more than 3 social media platforms, then how to do it? How to add those icons as well? You can select this add item here, and then you have this option to select the icon and add the link to your account. In icons, once you select, you have all these platforms: Stack Overflow, Spotify, Snapchat, Pinterest, Reddit, Skype, SlideShare, Telegram, WhatsApp, right? And then YouTube. So there are so many of social media platforms out there, and you can add those icons here and then add the link to your social media handle here in this area. As we saw earlier, you can easily shuffle it and tweak the sequence, and then you have this option called as shape. You can select rounded, square, or circle. Generally this is preferred. Let me remove this WordPress icon. We are good with 3. Let me click on update and see, and then simply refresh it. Okay, as soon as you refresh it and scroll down, we have this 3 icons beautifully aligned in a single line, and then you can change the alignment to left, right, and center. And I have said that we can add more items, right? And then columns, you can select either you want to divide it in 4 columns or 5 columns based on the number of elements. Right now it is better to select auto based on the number of platforms that you are, based on number of icons that you are adding. You can select the number of columns that you want to divide the entire section from here to here, how many sections you want to divide it. If do it only if it is extremely necessary, or else just keep it auto so that it automatically decides how many icons to show on a single line, on the same line, or else it'll go to the next line, right? So now if you select 2, it will be divided into two columns. If you select one, it will come one below other. The whole section will be considered as a single column. So the next icon will go right below that, below the first one. So if you select two column, the whole section will be divided into two columns, and within one column one icon will be added. So in this way, two icons can be added in a same line, right? Because it's two column. So if you have three icons, it's better to choose three. So if you don't know how to work with these, just select auto and it will automatically adjust the best possible best possible format. And then if you go to styles option, you can change the size of icons that you have used. And then we have paddings. If you increase the size, you can easily understand what is padding here. If you see, if I decrease padding, what happens? The icons within these circles gets the size increases, right? The space decreases around the icons. The space decreases if I increase padding. I'm sorry, the space gets increased if I increase the padding. If I decrease the padding, the space also decreases. This is what is padding called as. And then we have option called as spacing. You can change and tweak the spacing as well. And then we have row gap. This is applicable if there are multiple columns. If you go to content, and then if you select one column and go to styles, and here if you select row gap, can you see the difference? Right, this is what is row gap known as. And then if you go to content, let's revert it back to auto. Okay, now we have border type. If you want to add border, you can add borders to these icons and change the width of those icons as well, and color of that border. And you can also add border radius. Right, so you can play around with these options. And then icon hover option. Do you want any animations to happen as soon as you hover on these icons? If yes, then just select this hover animation and select the animation options available here. If you want the icons to grow, you can select grow and see what happens. If you want to shrink, right, and then border color, you can select if you want to make it yellow or something that fits the design. As soon as you hover over it, you can make it this. You can create something like this, right? I guess I have already mentioned that you can add the icon and link here, your Twitter account link. And then you can if it is Facebook page or something, then you can add the link of Facebook page or Facebook account here. And then if it is a YouTube, then you can add the YouTube channel's link over here. Then also you have the option for colors, which color you want to select. Do you want to put it an official color, or if you want to put a brand color, then you can select the primary color and secondary color as well, right? Based on the theme of the website, you can change those colors as well. This is pretty much everything related to social icons. You can add this way links to your social media platforms as well. Not social media platforms, social media handles. You can add as many as you want this way. Now go ahead. Generally we use this in a footer, right? Footer of the website, we have social icons so that visitors know that we are also present in these platforms, and so that they can follow us, subscribe us, or tweet us back, retweet us. Okay, and in advanced, again we have this margin, padding, and all those things, very similar to the earlier discussed widgets. So the important thing was content and style, which is covered now, right? And now let's go to all widgets and see what is the next one.